All right, guys, and I'm back. You can easily see what I'm doing here, hopefully. So I've actually mixed up another 100, well, a little over 100 milliliters of resin here. So I want to actually go ahead and pour the whole darn thing into here, because I realize now that I kind of messed up by putting too much in this little beaker, the silicone beaker that I use. So I want to clean this sucker out as much as possible. And what you hear in the background is just the title screen for Subnautica Below Zero, so you're going to hear some weird sounds coming from it. It is one of the games I've been playing for the channel lately, since gameplays are where I got my start with this YouTube channel. It's not just my channel, Harper's channel as well. Granted, I'm the main one putting out content, so yeah. Although we don't argue about that part, so let's go ahead and mix the crap out of this sucker. So I looked at this. This is pretty well solidified. It's pretty warm right now. It's a little sticky, but not too bad. I want to make sure this is fully mixed properly. So that's why I'm going ahead and using a big old cup. And then I'm going to go ahead and pour a little bit of it into the coaster mold here. And I'll do the same to the cicada part mold as well. And then I may have to mix up some more resin here in a little bit to make more. So you can see that's actually really clear and uniform in color. It does turn a slightly yellowish color, but it's still a crystal clear. Go ahead and pour. Just enough to cover. I don't want to use too much of that. So I'm not going to pour the whole thing full, because I don't want to do that. I want to go ahead, so let's get that covered. Let's see if it's thick enough to hold the cicada up. Nope. Okay, so I have to let that thicken just a bit so I can have the cicada standing up. So I really want this sucker to be kind of centered. So let me go ahead and set him off to the side for the moment. I'll be fine. So I'm gonna let that set for a few minutes. Hopefully it'll thicken up in about 10 to 15 minutes or so. So this looks pretty good. I will probably go ahead and wait, again, 10 to 15 minutes, let this sucker set up a little bit. It's a little thicker. And then use what I can, but I can't use this for it because it'll be thick, that'll thicken as well. And the other option is to go ahead and find a way to, do I have something that I can use? So maybe there's something I can use here that'll hold the cicada up. So I'm gonna think, I mean, I don't want to stab into it, but I may have to in order to get it to stand up the way I want it to right now. Don't want to damage it either. So what's the best way to keep it staying up? Well, it doesn't want to, it keeps wanting to lean towards its back. So I may have to take something and put it behind. What do I have that I can use? Go ahead and do this. What's weird is that the resin I use for the other part of this one is still somewhat soft, whereas this resin is pretty darn firm. Might see if can I even push down in there? Nope, that's pretty solid. Okay, so that didn't work. I should go ahead and do the same mixture I did for that one. Just let this set for about 15 minutes and then hopefully I'll be enough to make it thicker, thicken it up enough to where I can possibly use it for what I want to do. That might work. Sorry, I'm still just trying to figure this out, guys. No. I'm gonna let it sit. Come on. Work with me, you darn bug. Oh, that'll work. Okay, so I just need to find a way to tape these two together. So I can use the cicada's own legs to help secure it. There, that ought to work. So I'm gonna let that set for about half an hour, I think, which should get it. It's actually pretty well straight up too. Well, if that's set for half an hour, that should give me enough time to get it to stay positioned where I want it. Well, so that means I'm gonna have to do up another 100 milliliters of resin to fill that sucker up. But that's fine, that doesn't bother me. I don't really mind, honestly. So I'm gonna do the same, a similar mixture on this one as what I did before with the blue, but not as heavy on the blue part. But I do wanna use more of the glow powder to kind of give it that glowy look. ahead and get just a little bit of blue in there. Not a lot. Just enough to help color it lightly. If I need more, I can always add more to it. It's better to add than to try to subtract. Oh shoot, the cicada fell. I just need it to stay in one place. Don't need it to spin, I just need to stay. Okay, so I definitely need some way, because I want it to stay pretty well positioned where I need it to be, which is in the center. Don't. Stay. Don't move. That's an interesting color look. If you guys look, it's kind of pretty looking. It's definitely somewhat oceanic in the way it looks. That's pretty cool. Okay, it looks like there's still some glow powder down at the bottom. That is honestly to be expected. My resin's actually thinned out considerably, so that means this is actually mixed properly. So I haven't exactly been mixing it properly lately then. Whoops, oh well. It should slowly flow itself back to the edges. If I have to use a pipette, I will. Actually, you know, a better option is to use the stick. That or me just kind of messing around for so long is causing it to thicken up, which is strange, but okay. And granted, I wanted to thicken. I don't think I wanted to thicken that much, though. No, it's not. It's not. Oh, it's not that. It's the some of the other layers. That's interesting. Yeah, because that's still very runny. So that means that thickness is coming from the layer below. And it looks like it is domed over a little bit, so let's go ahead and pour just a little more on top. Not a lot though. Then I can, oops, I moved the cicada stick. shoot. Great, I'm gonna have to move the cicada around again. This piece is becoming a bit of a pain in the neck, but it is what it is. I'll probably be using gold or some other contrasting color for the various, to fill in the molds on these. Not fill in the molds, but fill in the symbols, the runes themselves. It's probably harp calling. Answer a call in a minute. Right now I'm kind of busy. So I'll probably be doing the next part of the cicada in a little while. Not sure if I'm going to record it or not. I'll make that decision later. Barely have anything left. Just go ahead and pour it into one of these molds. If it doesn't fill all the way, I can fill the rest of it later. Oh, that's as good as that one's gonna get. All right, so I will be back later, hopefully with another layer. I should be able to finish up the cicada. So yeah, in the meantime, guys, thank you guys for watching this video. If you like the content on our channel, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And maybe let me know in the comments or in our Discord server what you'd like to see me try to do next. I'm willing to take suggestions, and you know, if this bug works out well, I'll be starting to add that to my list of things I can do. Anyway, y'all stay safe out there, and I'll see you next time.